Okay guys, so as before, now we're going to look at some forks in action, right? So we're going to start with knight forks because knight forks are very, very common in terms of forks, that is. And then we'll move on to just general forks by other pieces because all pieces can actually do forks, all right? So starting off, okay, so a knight fork, just for clarification, is when a knight forks, right? Pretty simple. So for example, this one, strongest move would be knight d6 check, after which they'll have to keep the most valuable piece and then you can take the other one, right? So, okay, what about this one? This one, so you call out the answer, knight f6 check, doesn't matter which knight. We have to sacrifice one of our knights because one will be captured, but it results in the knight fork here, and we win material, right? What about this one? This one we have to do a little bit of a different type of tactic. We have to force the king to come here. So bishop takes f7 check, king takes, knight takes check, and we get the knight fork again, right? What about this one? This one again, we can't even move our knight at the moment because it's pinned, right? So, but what we can do is, see, this is a key square, this is a key square. We can play queen takes knight check, a nice move, attracting the queen over here, knight check, right? So, do you think you would find that move in a tournament game, right? Like, queen takes knight check. Okay, this type of attraction move where we attract the queen to the key square and then do a fork is very common. Usually they won't let us just fall for free. Here, black to move. How do we do it? Knight check, pretty clear. And take, right? This one, white to move. Of course, we want this pawn. Knight here, forks the pawns, and we win. This is a funny position because even without that e7 pawn, then we're just gonna win like this anyway. Okay, knight c7 check, and we get to take the pawn, right? Another knight fork. This one is very common. You guys have seen this one a million times, right? Knight check, forks like this. Very common because both king and rook are on their original squares, right? This is like a hyper version of the previous one. Knight check, and we attack 4 pieces at once. Remember, a fork doesn't just attack 2 pieces. It usually does, but it can attack 3 or 4 or who knows how many, right? This one, answer's clear. Knight f5 check, and we get a fork, right? Knight fork. This one we're combining 2 themes, which is something we'll talk about a little bit later. We play knight d5 check. We're combining a pin to make a knight fork work, right? So if not for the pin, this knight fork wouldn't work. The c pawn is pinned, right? This one, again, we're combining a pin. We want to go knight fork check, right? But this rook is defending, or is it? No, it's not. The rook's not defending because it's pinned, right? So knight check, and they can't take us because of this pin. So we get the queen due to the knight fork, right? This one, again, we're using a pin. See, this bishop here is pinned, so we can go knight d6 check. And yes, this is a relative pin, which means he can take the knight if he wants to and lose his queen, but he probably doesn't want to. So king moves, knight takes bishop, right? Okay, this one, okay, this is a mirror image of the previous one before. Knight check, pawn takes knight check, and then we win, right? Okay, another mirror image, bishop takes pawn check, followed by knight takes, right? Okay, I hope you guys are keeping up. Okay, this one, we're using a pin again. Only a relative pin, but it's still a pin. This pawn can't really take. And what we do is we attract the queen into the fork. So check, forks the king and queen. So the queen must take. And then we use another fork, a knight fork, check, to win the queen. That one's actually quite instructive. So we make a preliminary fork here, check, to draw the queen in, and then knight check, and we fork the 2 pieces, right? This one, okay, so takes. This one's interesting. We really want to fork on this square using this pin here, so the pawn can't take. But we have to do some stuff first. So takes, check, takes, check, queen takes, knight takes, check, and you see we're using this pin here to create a fork, right? This one, okay, so we want to fork on f7. We're going to get there by force. Check. They'll take us. Check. King moves. Knight takes, and we fork here, right? Okay, so you're getting the idea, right? These knight forks are pretty deadly. So here we want to fork on f7. We just need to take away the defense of f7. So it takes, check, and we fork. This pattern is, this pattern is very frequently occurring. This one's pretty nice actually. Our black is threatening to checkmate us, by the way, so we need to be quick. The strongest move is a nice move. Queen takes, Queen takes G7 check. King takes knight check. King moves knight check. So we sort of again we draw the king into the geometry. King takes knight check. Okay. Let's see. This one quite nice as well. This f6 is the key square. We go queen takes bishop. They take us. Check. King moves. Takes. Okay. This one, yes. This one, the key square is e2. Right. We need to get control of that square. So queen takes rook. Right. I assume in this position that they just went rook e4, thinking they were winning material, but then we just take it. Right. Takes knight check, and we win some material. Okay, so so key square here is c6 and e7. So queen takes knight, nice move. Queen takes queen, knight e7 check, and take this. Right, clear as day. This one here, key square is these squares, right? So queen g1 check, beautiful move. Putting your queen on an unprotected square is always nice. And the point is takes knight check. Okay. Oops, sorry. Here, okay, that one's pretty easy. This one, yep. So key square is e2, but it's guarded. What do? Just queen takes bishop. And it's always really nice to be able to do a move like that. Now we're threatening mate on g2, he must take, and then knight e2 check, right? That's called what we call a family fork, right? Because it attacks 3 of the strong pieces at the same time. King here, knight takes, right? Okay, this one's quite easy. d7 key square, we just take the bishop, right? Takes knight check and wins. This one's kind of nice. We're gonna we can actually give up our queen. King takes knight e4 check using this pin to fork, right? So lots of examples here. Okay, yeah, this one. Key square is f4. So we just give up our rook temporarily. Takes, check, here, takes, and wins. This one's kind of cute actually. We want to fork on d3, right? But we gain time attacking their rook first. Nice move. When they move the rook, then we can fork on d3 and attack these 2 pieces. Very nice move. Here is a king fork. Okay, so we've looked at the knight forks. Now let's look at king forks, right? Well, not king forks. Let's look at general forks, I should say, as I alluded to before. So the king here is attacking 2 pieces, right? That is a definition of a fork, attacking 2 pieces, right? The next one, of course, with the previous position in mind, king e5 forks 2 pieces and wins one of them, right? So even the king can fork pieces. This one, as we know, even a pawn can fork pieces, right? So white will win a piece by attacking those 2 pieces. Okay, so what's this one? Can you see? Yes, rook b7 check, forks 2 pieces. Alright, next one. Okay, so this one, we play c5. We need to draw the bishop in. c5, bishop takes, then d4, and you see we fork with the 2 pawns, right? Okay. Okay, this one. Okay, what are we going to fork? We're going to fork this unprotected rook. Nearly always going to be an unprotected piece, right? And the king. So queen d7 check, you see forks these 2 pieces and we win one of them, right? Here. Again, look for an unprotected piece. Here's one, unprotected. So check. That's an important point actually. Nearly all the time it's going to be an unprotected piece. If you fork a piece that's protected, you won't be able to take it anyway, right? So if your opponent does something dumb and puts a piece on a protected square, you can just take it, right? Excuse me, I just woke up clearly. Okay, so next one. Okay, where's the unprotected piece, right? This one here, right? A check. And we get the rook. Pretty good. Alright, so king moves, queen takes rook, and white is winning. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got an exposed king and we have a unprotected bishop. Okay, so queen check. Thanks for the bishop, right? Even if he blocks, we just take it. So next one. This one is like an extension of the previous one, right? If we want to win a pawn, we can give up our bishop temporarily. Bishop takes check, right? Check, king takes, queen c2 check. See, and the net result is that we win a pawn. Okay, so this one's kind of nice. We temporarily give up our rook. By the way, if we go queen d4, threatening mate on g7, and the rook on a7, they respond cleverly with f5, which attacks our rook and defends g7 at the same time. So what we need to do is give up our rook first. Rook takes g7 check, temporary, sacrifice, king takes, queen d4 check, and we get the rook back, so we win a pawn is a net result, right, again. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. You know, the queen would take this even if there wasn't a fork. The queen takes check, forks, unprotected knights, and the king, perhaps even rooks as well, right? So, and a bishop over here, okay. Okay, so yes, this is good too. Rook e2 check, and he forks a pawn. I believe it's also possible to go rook b7 and fork this knight and the pawn, right? So two ways to fork in this position. Okay, so white, rook d7. Rook on the 7th rank, always strong, forking 2 pawns, right? Next one. Okay, rook g5 check, and we fork the king and the pawn, right? Well, these are pretty good examples. And so this one, extension of the previous one. Black has just played g4 perhaps, and then we just take it. Sneaky move, right? We just take the pawn, they take us back, and then rook g5 check, and we win the knight back, right? Okay, so this one. This one's kind of nice as well. They've just gone bishop b4 perhaps, and we go knight takes b7. Looks funny to grab that pawn because the bishop can take back, but when they take us, we check and regather because of the fork, right? Takes. Okay, this one is kind of nice as well. Now, we would like to be able to fork on e7, but there's, of course, a pawn in the way. But we can temporarily give up a piece again. Bishop takes d5, okay? Pawn takes, rook check, and we get the knight, right? Okay, so bishop e5, clearly a fork, pretty easy. Next one, bishop takes c6, easy fork, right? Next one, this one's kind of nice. Black is scrambling to defend everything. He's defending this pawn with 2 pieces, right? As we can see here. But we can overload his defense by going rook takes bishop. A very nice move. Rook takes, bishop takes e6 check, forks these 2 pieces, right? What to do? Yes. This one, we give the check on the back rank, and the king must get out of check, and then we have a bishop e4 check, winning the unprotected rook down here, right? Okay. And so this is an extension of that one. We go knight takes, he goes rook takes, then we check and fork, right? So for example, it might be common in a game for someone to go here trying to swap pieces, but it's a tactical mistake because takes, check here, and bishop check, right? Okay, so, yep, this one, nice again. Black to move. Black has a lot of pressure on these pieces around here, and he collapses through here, not collapses, he breaks through here going rook takes, bishop, nice move because after rook takes, bishop takes, forks here. Right? Many nice examples here. Okay, yes, this one, easy, oops. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, with this one, pawn fork, right? e5. That's why you got to be careful where you develop your bishops to in these types of positions. e5, and we fork the 2 pieces, right? Oh yeah, this one's kind of nice. c5, attacking this knight, better run away. And c4, pawn fork again, right? Okay. This one, okay, f4, attacking the bishop. he has no choice but to go backwards. Then e5, forking, oops, forking, pretty good move, and white wins material. This one's kind of nice as well. Black to move, and bishop takes f4 check. This is a attraction move. We bring the king closer. King takes, and then what? g5 check. Ouch. Right, we win the queen. Here's a king fork. King b2, forks these two pieces. Nice move by the king. Again, the king fork, king here. Forks. So when you have not many pieces left, don't let their king too close because you can fork them like this. And now we're back to pins. So that's our drilling for forks. Heaps of examples there that I hope you guys sort of drilled into your mind, literally, because they're drills, right? Now, in the following video, we're going to look at some very nice examples of forks in practice, right? And then after that, you'll be doing forks yourself in the worksheets, okay? So I'll see you in the next video.